Welcome to the Visual Art Department course offerings. There are a variety of courses available to PHS students. For more information on the Visual Art Department, visit our website, phsvisualartdept.weebly.com. What you see here is sort of a map of how the Visual Art Department course curriculum is designed. We used a three-stranded approach with a two-dimensional design strand, or the digital media strand, a three-dimensional design strand, which features sculpture classes, and a mark-making strand, which features courses in drawing and painting. In order to get to these strands, students must first take the introductory level course called Introduction to Art. This semester-long course replaces the year-long course called Art Fundamentals. Once you've taken Introduction to Art, you can then progress to the next level of each strand. Students have a choice once they finish Introduction to Art and can choose to go to any of the strands. You can jump around from strand to strand. So if you're interested in digital media, you would go on to the Intro to Digital Media course and progress through that strand. Courses in animation, experimental video, graphic design, digital photography 1 and 2 are also offered in that strand. The three-dimensional design strand, if that is what interests you, sculpture, then you would jump into Sculpture 1 course. And once you've taken that, you could go on to Sculpture 2. If you're interested in mark making, you would go to the Drawing Painting strand, and you could take either Drawing 1 or Painting 1 as the first level. And then once you've taken those, you can move on to Drawing Painting 2. The only course that doesn't have a prerequisite is our Art History class. Art History is a semester-long course that next year we hope to include a travel option to either New York City, Chicago, or Minneapolis. In the future, this course will have an added element, and students can choose to take it for a full year and earn AP credit. Once this class expands to that level, we may include a European travel option in the course. This will be in the future. The last course students can take as students in the art department would be the AP Studio Art course. This is our only year-long course, and it involves choosing one of 3 portfolios to design and develop. Students can take this class twice and try to complete a different portfolio each time. Usually only juniors and seniors meet the prerequisites for this course. You must have taken the Intro to Art plus 3 more semesters of art, which equals 2 full years of art. For more information on our department, please visit our website. Art History, as I explained, is the only non-prerequisite class. As you can see here, next year this will be a semester-long course, but eventually we hope to expand it to a full year option. Students can either choose to take it for the semester or expand it to the full year, which will become an AP course. Once the course is expanded to AP, we hope to include travel to either Italy, France, or Spain as part of the option. We will not be able to do this trip yearly, but we'll look to do it every other year. Introduction to Art is your ticket to all other non-digital art classes. It prepares you for the advanced art making that you'll see in the other classes we offer. You'll get an introduction to art history, as well as learn the elements and principles of design. This class replaces Art Fundamentals and will be a more streamlined course and will be taught in a semester as opposed to a full year. These are some examples of works that students created in Introduction to Art. We explore line, shape, positive negative space, three-dimensional design, texture, design of two-dimensional space, color, and pattern. Students also learn about different media, including drawing media such as scratchboard, three-dimensional design media such as paper mache, painted media such as tempera paint, and in the past, the Art Fundamentals class also included digital projects such as this one. In the future, these projects will be covered in the Intro to Digital Media class. Projects like this were created using a digital stylus and tablet. Drawing and painting includes Drawing 1, Painting 1, Drawing 2, and Painting 2. The Drawing 2, Painting 2 course is one class that students can repeat, taking it once as Drawing 2 and once as Painting 2. They must specify when they take the class which media they are choosing. In the introductory level classes, the Drawing 1 and Painting 1, students learn about rendering, how to make things look three-dimensional and realistic. They do this through drawn media and painted media. In both classes, they learn about color theory and how to use color to portray subjects. In the Drawing 2 and Painting 2 classes, projects are more advanced and also offer students more freedom and opportunities to independently express themselves. These are examples from Drawing 1. Media Explorers includes colored pastels, oil pastels, color pencil, regular pencil, and in some cases weird media such as pins. Students work from observation, trying to develop their craftsmanship skills and trying to make things expressive and realistic. In painting, they work on the same things but through painted media, working from observation, trying to develop their ability with color, and also their ability with compositional techniques and media exploration. Both watercolor and acrylics are explored. Drawing Painting 2 is a more advanced class and allows students to really be more conceptual with their work. They take all the things they learned in the earlier levels, including perspective, compositional techniques, color media rendering, and abstract design, and they push it to its limits to create very unusual works, which are expressive and sometimes symbolic or abstract. Often students will explore concepts and very abstract subjects, trying to make something out of nothing, such as scribbles or a crushed can, and turning it into something else, using their imagination, but also making things look real. This course is really about starting to develop your artistic voice through drawn and painted media. We also experiment with printmaking as well. The three-dimensional design strand is comprised of two courses, Sculpture 1 and Sculpture 2. In Sculpture 1, you learn about papier-mâché, clay, wire, and subtractive sculpting techniques. In Sculpture 2, you will advance your skills further in those areas and also may explore things like glass, metal, or installation art. These are some examples from Sculpture 1 class. The digital media strand explores art making through the use of computers, cameras, digital stylus and pens, video cameras, and Adobe CS software. Students who take courses in this strand hopefully enjoy using the computer. These classes are not just computer-based, however. They do involve some hands-on art making as well. The intro course will involve the use of iPads. Students will be introduced to experimental animation and video techniques, digital photography, and digital painting techniques while using apps on the iPad with digital stylus. Digital Photography 1 is an introduction to how to use digital SLR cameras, Adobe Photoshop, studio lighting, and compositional techniques. Students also learn about different printing processes and how to compose their images. They explore a bit of history and they look at subjects such as landscape and portrait. Digital Photography 2 allows students to advance their artistic voice further, exploring Adobe Photoshop further, and pushing the boundaries of what they've learned from Digital Photo 1. These are some examples of Digital Photography 1 artworks. This is a cyanotype print. Here's some experimental Adobe Photoshop work, or some straight photography. Students are allowed to experiment and push the limits of printmaking as well. The goal is to help students go beyond just taking a picture into actually making a photograph a work of art. In each of these, you can see students really pushing the boundaries and making beautiful works of art. They learn about a variety of lighting techniques, and they learn how to combine their images to make them go further and make them more interesting. They also learn how to print on things besides just paper, such as fabric. The animation and experimental video class is offered to students as one class, but they can choose to take the course twice, once as animation and once as experimental video. Techniques in both video and animated media are taught. Students learn to add the element of time to their activity and learn storyboard techniques to help them tell stories through visual means. They will learn about using video and still cameras and learn techniques such as stop motion, animation, rotoscope, claymation, and hand-drawn frame-by-frame animation. Students will also learn how to explore glitch animation and video techniques and how to use found video to create experimental video pieces. Exploration of the history of film, video, and animation are also taught. Here's an example of some of our animation works. Graphic design is a course that allows students to take their art and take it to a commercial level. You will learn about things such as illustration, logo design, book design, poster design, corporate identity, and more. The use of Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop is taught, and there is emphasis placed on developing a portfolio for graphic design. Students often complete projects that are created for a real or imagined client. You will also learn about advertising and marketing of yourself and your work. Careers in graphic design are also discussed. Here are some examples of our graphic design work. Students often work for real clients, as in this beach party themed project. This one on screen is the one that won for the Kiwanis Club and actually was featured on their t-shirts that they sold at the beach party in 2012. Students also learn about using typography and photography in layouts to create finished pieces such as this. Students also take their photos and can alter them greatly in Photoshop if they choose to. Designing and illustrating is something else students will learn, and this piece shows a hand-drawn work that a student did using Illustrator. Most of the photographs you see on the book cover designs were done by students themselves, except of course for the author ones. Using typography as a design element is something else that is explored through the graphic design course. The final course that students can take is AP Studio Art. This is for serious art students who really want to advance their skills, possibly even majoring or minoring in art, art education, or art therapy when they get to college. If you're interested in a career in graphic design, photography, animation, painting, drawing, art therapy, art education, web design, game design, sculpture, theater set design, fashion design, or architecture, you might benefit from taking the AP Studio Art class. Intro to Art is the first prerequisite, and then you are required to take 2 additional advanced art classes, preferably in the strand that you wish to pursue for your portfolio. Students are also strongly encouraged to take the art history class as well. There are 3 portfolios that can be created. A drawing one, which is all about mark making, so drawing, painting, and other forms of mark making. 2D design, which is all about the design of two-dimensional space. So this one is the one that includes photography, illustration, and more. And then 3D design, which is all about sculpture. Students can repeat AP Studio Art and create a different portfolio each time they repeat it. Usually juniors and seniors take AP Studio Art. As you can see by these examples, the students taking AP Art are very self-directed and are really starting to conceptually explore new and very unique ideas. Often they're finding their artistic voice and they're looking at themes that are really personally important to them. Their craftsmanship is outstanding, but so are their ideas. Students begin to explore themes that are relevant and important to their lives. They also explore traditional things such as landscape, cityscape, self-portraits, perspective, and still life. Students choose the media they wish to use when they are doing their class work for AP Art. The media is partially based on the portfolio that has been chosen. An AP Studio Art student should be highly motivated, should be willing to work independently, should be willing to put in extra time outside of class, and should realize that the course is not for everyone. AP Studio Art is for you if you are truly passionate about your work. Work created in other art classes can be used towards the AP Art portfolio, but by the end of the course you will have produced a portfolio of 24 works of art, 12 of them exploring a variety of themes and known as the breadth section, and 12 of them exploring one idea through multiple pieces called the concentration. So whether you're into design, illustration, collage, or painting, or drawing, you can explore all of it and more in the AP Studio Art class. And in the end, you will produce some highly personal and exceptional works. Students who take AP Art often use the portfolio created to help them earn scholarships to some of the top art schools in the country, including the Chicago Art Institute, Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, the Kansas City Institute of Art, Ringling School of Art and Design, New York University or NYU, and also the University of Wisconsin at Stout, which has an outstanding graphic design program. Thank you for watching this show. As you can see, the art department offers quite a bit to students, and if you truly love art, there are many options for you to explore. Thanks for watching.